right, so I got to ask you, man, just off the bat, Birmingham, Alabama, if that makes sense, baseball-wise, who were just some of your favorite players growing up?
Jeez, it's funny. I always liked Cal Ripken Jr. I was a big fan of him. I thought I was going to be a shortstop, but it just wasn't in the cards. Got moved to the bullpen pretty early in my career, and I've just been stuck out there in that cage for a long time.
I love it. So, man, with you being a bullpen guy, reliever, on the spot, if you did a Mount Rushmore of 4 relievers, I mean, you can do your generation so you don't make it too difficult. I know you're like a baseball
Okay, all right. I'll go Mariano, Craig Kimbrell. I would probably put Kenley in there, and Billy Wagner.
Ooh, wow, you already knew this. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So, if you could add any pitch to your repertoire from any pitcher from the past, what pitch would you add?
I would love to have like a, watch out. If I could add one pitch to my repertoire, I would love to have like one of those devastating split fingers. I think that's a pitch that's just like, I understand how you throw it. I just have trouble doing it. I also have had elbow surgeries in the past, so I'm not looking to re-injure anything, and it's kind of a lot of pressure on your elbow, but I think that would be the pitch I would want to throw.
Perfect.
Just get a lot of swing and misses.
I love that. A few more questions. So, this Rangers team last year won the World Series. The bullpen did have some issues in the middle of the season. They got it together towards the end, but, adding a guy like yourself, Kirby Yates, to this bullpen, how do you feel about this team from that standpoint this season?
I didn't pay a ton of attention to the Rangers last year until I got to the postseason. I was just kind of working on where I was at in the National League, and then, obviously when I signed here and talked with Chris in the offseason, knew about some of the struggles they had in the bullpen, which happens at times. But I'm just hoping that I can come here and me and Kirby, we can fill some of those holes and try to solidify some of those tougher innings for this team and try to really hold the lead and let the offense do what they do, because they're a very offensive team here.
I think one thing that's vastly underrated about this team is the rotation when everyone's healthy. If you could just talk about that, being able to relieve guys like Scherzer, DeGrom, got Evaldi, who was an All-Star last year as well, with John Gray, et cetera, et cetera. Just seeing the starting rotation at its best and adding Lorenzen to the equation. What do you see in the potential of this starting rotation? I
think that with the guys that they've added, and with Scherzer and DeGrom coming back, hopefully, and John Gray, Evaldi, Dane. I mean, we've got a lot of great arms, and obviously we just need to. We're hoping that we can get 5-6 innings out of each of those guys, and just try to push the ball to the next one, to the next guy out of the pen, and let the offense take care of it for us. So like I said, offensive team. We just got to do our part and be defensive specialists. I love it. 2 more questions. So, MLB The Show, the video game. If you've never been asked this before, just seeing yourself on a video game, I'm pretty sure as a kid growing up, you probably had to put yourself on a video game, just dream of those things. But, hearing from the fans or just seeing yourself on a video game, how realistic it is. What do you think about that? I don't know. I don't play any video games. I think the first game they put me on was the NCAA baseball back in 2004. Yeah. That was the first one I was on. But I'm not a video gamer, but it's still crazy that they take a weird, put all those sensors up and take a picture of our face, and then next thing you know, we're on it.
I love it. Last question. Dream scenario, World Series, bottom 9th, they call you to the mound. You got to face one batter all time. It goes in your favor. Who's the one batter that you would love to face from an all-time perspective?
From an all-time perspective?
Yeah.
I'd probably say, and this one's going to be tough because I love Reed, but Reed Brignac, he used to play with the Rays. He was a friend of mine. I knew him with the Mets coaches there, but I had really good success against him in my career.
I love it. Well, appreciate your time, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks.